Hi there, hope you're all well. Today I'll be doing my June book haul, and I've accumulated quite a few books again this month. A lot of them are manga, so I will say those for the end in case you're not interested. You don't have to sit through those. But I picked up a middle grade book. This is a giant problem. It's book 2 in the Beyond the Spiderwick Chronicles, and that's by Tony DiTerlizzi and Holly Black, and it's the second series of the Spiderwick Chronicles. I had purchased book 1 a while ago and was lucky enough to find a used copy of book 2. Really just cute stories, all sorts of creatures in them, lots of illustrations, and just really captivating, quick read, something that I'll probably throw into a readathon or something coming up because can knock out a book really quick. But they're just really nicely bound and put together. I was hoping to find them in a box set like I did the first series, but unfortunately I'll just be picking these up separate. I've got one more to get and complete the trilogy. Then at work we got in an ARC copy of Catherine Howe's Conversion. And I actually passed on this a couple times, but then I saw a couple other booktubers talking about it, and the more they talked about it, the more I was intrigued, and I looked at it again and decided to bring it home. I'll read the back for you. It says, it's senior year at St. John's Academy, and school is a pressure cooker. College applications, the battle for valedictorian, deciphering boys' texts. Through it all, Colleen Rowley and her friends are expected to keep it together, until they can't. First it's the school's queen bee, Clara Rutherford, who suddenly falls ill, uncontrollable tics in the middle of class. Her mysterious illness quickly spreads to her closest clique of friends. Then more students and symptoms follow. Seizures, hair loss, violent coughing fits. St. John's buzzes with rumor. Rumor blossoms into full-blown panic. Soon the media descends on Danvers, Massachusetts, as everyone scrambles to find something or someone to blame. Pollution, stress, or the girl's faking. Only Colleen, who has been reading The Crucible for extra credit, comes to realize what nobody else has. Danvers was once Salem Village, where another group of girls suffered from a similarly bizarre epidemic 3 centuries ago. Inspired by true events from 17th century colonial life to the halls of a modern-day high school, Conversion casts a spell. With her signature wit and passion, New York Times bestselling author Catherine Howe delivers an exciting and suspenseful novel, a chilling mystery that raises the question of what's really happening to the girls at St. John's. So, kind of witchcraft or something going on in there, mysterious illnesses. Sounds really cool. Love the cover, which is pretty much what the final cover looks out like. And this is published by Putnam, and it is already available for purchase. I also got another another ARC, and came in this really cool packaging. The box, and this is apparently what the cover will be looking like. And it's called Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. And the cover alone just really grabbed my attention. And then this is just the kind of generic ARC copy inside. It says Love Burns, Worlds Collide, Magic Reigns. This is published by Fywell and Friends, which is an imprint of Macmillan. And it is publishing in September of this year. I'll read the back for you. It says, I know what I must do, even if it makes me the villain of my own story. The world is trying to kill Lily Proctor. Her life-threatening allergies keep her from many of the experiences that other teenagers in her hometown of Salem, again Salem, take for granted, which is why she's determined to enjoy her first and perhaps only high school party with her best friend and longtime crush Tristan. But after a humiliating incident in front of half of her class, Lily wishes she could just disappear. Suddenly, Lily finds herself in a different Salem, one overrun with horrifying creatures and ruled by powerful women called Crucibles. This is weird. Strongest and cruelest of all the Crucibles is Lillian, Lily's other self in this alternate universe. Lily soon learns that what makes her weak in her world is exactly what makes her extraordinary in this other Salem. It also makes her a priceless target. Now she's torn amid dangers that she never could have imagined, responsibilities she can't hope to shoulder alone, and a love she never expected. But is she the savior of this world or the villain, when she is literally her own worst enemy? So that's kind of bizarre. I didn't realize that when I picked these both up, they're both dealing with like Salem, and they both mentioned the Crucible. That's kind of bizarre. It'd be interesting to see how closely tied these are theme-wise, but yeah, that's Trial by Fire. Sounds pretty cool. This book I bought purely thanks to Liz over at Izziness89. She literally held this up and said, Sue and Charlie from Duvet Date of Ours, I'm thinking of you when I bought this. You're going to want this. And sure enough, the moment it showed up on screen, I was ordering it. And here it is. That is Say Her Name by James Dawson. Look at that cover. Isn't that creepy? And it says, in 5 days she will come. This is sort of loosely tied to the urban legend of Bloody Mary. You know, you say her name 3 times in a mirror. Yada, yada, yada. Will not do that ever. Anyway, it says, the truth is more terrifying than the legend. When Bobby and her best friend Naya are dared by their schoolmates to summon the legendary ghost of Bloody Mary, neither really believes that anything will happen. So they complete the ritual and chant Mary's name, what was it, 5 times, in front of a candlelit mirror. I'm not going to say it, but they say it right there, over and over again. And something is called forth that night, something dark, terrifying, and out of control. She will be there, just out of sight, in the corner of your eye. She will lurk in your nightmares. She will hide in the shadows of your bedroom. She will be waiting in every mirror that you see. She is everywhere, and she wants revenge. Super, super creepy. I had to get that the moment I saw it. Super skinny little book, so it should be a fairly quick read. It's published by Hotkey Books. I'm not sure. I know the cover is different in the U.S., but I saw this cover and I had to get it, so I ordered it from the Book Depository. I sent along some cute bookmarks. This one, I can't really tell. It looks like a wolf and Little Red Riding Hood up in the corner. It's really dark. This one I thought was really cute. It's got some books in there, and the birds are actually books. There's someone reading in this balloon bird cage type thing. But anyway, those came along with the book. But yeah, I ordered this, like I said, from Book Depository so I could get the super cool looking cover. And thank you, Liz, for recommending this. I can't wait to delve into it. I almost want to start it right away. I also almost want to save it for October because I think that would be an awesome October read. We'll see how my willpower holds out. Obviously didn't hold out for not buying it. And the next one I got at Barnes & Noble the day it came out. I had to, and that is Robert Galbraith's, also known as J.K. Rowling's book, The Silkworm. This is book 2 in the Cormoran Strike series. The first one being The Cuckoo's Calling. Of course, she released this under a pseudonym, which leaked out. Now everybody pretty much knows this is J.K. Rowling. So I'll go ahead and read the intro for you. It says, when novelist Owen Quine goes missing, his wife calls in private detective Cormoran Strike. At first, she just thinks he has gone off by himself for a few days, as he has done before, and she wants Strike to find him and bring him home. But as Strike investigates, it becomes clear that there is more to Quine's disappearance than his wife realizes. The novelist has just completed a manuscript featuring poisonous pen portraits of almost everyone he knows. If the novel is published, it will ruin lives, so there are a lot of people who might want to silence him. And when Quine is found brutally murdered in bizarre circumstances, it becomes a race against time to understand the motivation of a ruthless killer, a killer unlike any Strike has encountered before. So, yeah, that sounds amazing. And like I said, I love the first one, love the characters and everything, so I can't wait to delve into this. Now pretty much the rest are going to be all the graphic novels / mangas. First one is something I picked up at a comic book shop just because for some reason Barnes & Noble isn't carrying this in the series. You have to like special order it, ship to home, blah, blah, yada, yada. And I didn't feel like going through all that. I don't know why it was that. But it's number 7 in the Y the Last Man series. This is Paper Dolls. I've actually already read this, and it was quite good. I think I gave it 5 stars, 4 or 5 stars, which we'll find out in July wrap-up anyway. But, yeah, it's by Brian K. Vaughan and Pia Guerra. I can't pronounce that. I went ahead and picked up Hellboy. This, like it says, 20th anniversary sampler featuring the Coffin Man, also the Ghoul. It's another series, and Another Day at the Office. I don't know. I just flipped through it, and I liked kind of the artwork within it. It looked pretty cool. I have yet to read it, but it could be interesting, and heck, it was free, so why not? I saw one Hellboy movie a long time ago. It was okay. Wasn't super thrilled, but for some reason the comic grabbed my attention. So now on to the manga. These are just a selection of manga I either was adding to series that I've already read a couple of, or a couple things that I came across on another booktuber's channel. And that particular booktuber is Bridget at Bree Book Reviews, and she started a Goodreads group called the BookTube Manga Club. And we're going to be like doing group reads and discussions and things like that. I'm really excited about it because I want to learn more about various manga series. And Bridget's definitely a go-to person for manga. I've seen it. You definitely recommend her channel. She does have a wide variety of interests and reads too, from YA to thrillers, high fantasy, but she's also very into manga. So I've heard a lot of really good recommendations from her and picked up several of them. And the first two are ones that she has talked about. At least the first one definitely. The second one I'm pretty sure I saw on her channel. But I thought I'd try this one. This is Nisekoi, Volume 1. It's by Naoshi Komi. And the first one's called False Love. I was looking for something a little bit lighter. Most of the ones I read are a lot of action and stuff. Now, I don't remember all the terms for the different type of manga. This is Shonen Jump manga, and there's, I don't know, she did, Bridget did a video, or YouTube video on her channel describing the various genre of manga, that's the way to phrase it, which is very interesting, but it's not like set in my mind yet to remember all of that, so I'll have to refer to it again. But she did talk about this one and really enjoyed it. I think she's read a couple of them already. This one sounded really good, and the artwork looked intriguing, a little bit different than standard manga that I've come across. And I have no idea how to pronounce this. That's the title. Right there. Right there. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's Volume 1, and this says The Inner Chambers. And it's by Fumi Yoshinaga. I just love the that style of art, and it's got these French flaps that fold out. And that's the back. And again with the French flaps, and it's got the character there again. But that's pretty different. I've not seen French flaps on a manga before. And it just says, in Edo period Japan, a strange new disease called the red-faced pox has begun to prey on the country's men. Kind of like Why the Last Men graphic novel series. It says, within 80 years of the first outbreak, the male population has fallen by 75%. Women have taken on all roles traditionally granted to men, even that of the shogun. The men, precious providers of life, are carefully protected, and the most beautiful of men are sent to serve in the shogun's inner chamber. That almost sounds like a combination of Why the Last Man and The Handmaid's Tale. Reversed genre, reversed gender, I should say. Because in that case it was like the women were sent to be handmaids and stuff. But anyway, this, I think they say it's, where was it? It's like for, oh yeah, here we go, for mature readers, because there are some a bit adult themed scenes in here, so, but let me see, I'll show you some artwork. There we go. There we go. But it sounded really intriguing about this supposed plague, whatever's causing it, how women are, especially in that period of Japan, how women are taking the these roles traditionally controlled by men. So that sounded really, really intriguing. And there are several books already out in this series. It's put out by Viz Media. And I was just intrigued to pick that up and give it a try. The next one is just continuing in the series I've been reading. This is Blue Exorcist by Katsuo Kato. This is Volume 8. It was one I was missing. I think I hauled number 9 and 10 already before I realized I never even picked up number 8. So I'm looking forward to continuing this one. I've also just finished Volume 1 of this bind-up, and you can find it in my June wrap-up when that posts. And that is Blood Lad. This is the second bind-up. It is by Yuki Kodama. And I just love the artwork. I think it's super cool. The next 3 here. Well, actually, let me do this one first. This other one's a continuation too. I bought this other series, one second, called Doubt, which I've actually just finished reading Volume 1, and I'm in the middle of reading the second bind-up. And I decided to go ahead and pick up the following series to it, and that is entitled Judge. I'm holding that the right way up. And if you want to see the cover that way. And it's basically the theme of Doubt was it's about these kids that play this cell phone game called Rabbit Doubt, where everyone is presumed to be a rabbit, but there's a wolf amongst them. They don't really know who that wolf is, and they have to kind of uncover that or unmask that person before they're all killed off. And someone happens to they could decide to get together and meet and have a party and stuff, and something happens at the party where they're all knocked out. They all wake up in an abandoned warehouse, and suddenly they're playing the game for real. So the first volume, like I said, I just finished, and that was really, really good, and I decided to, as I was reading it, to pick up the following one, and that is Judge. So the next 3 that I have here are all part of a series. I think there's at least 10 or 12 out already, and it's just something I stumbled across while shopping online, and it sounded kind of interesting. The title grabbed me first, the artwork grabbed me second, and the plot grabbed me third, and I said, okay, I'll try at least 3 volumes of it. And that is called Zombie Loan. This is put out by Peach Pit, Yen Press. Oh, it says Peach Pit. Yen Press, I think, is the publisher. This is Zombie Loan Peach Pit. I don't know. I think the series is just called Zombie Loan. And like I said, I got the first 3 volumes. And that is volume 1. Volume 2. And volume 3. The later ones had this Zombie Loan thing kind of off to the side, but the first 3 or so have it down the middle for some reason. But let me go ahead and read you the synopsis for this. It says, 3 teens spin a soulful tale of death and destruction. Michiru Kita's a weak-spirited girl who has a hard time saying what's on her mind. One day she notices mysterious ring-like markings around the necks of 2 of her classmates, Chika Akatsuki and Shito Takibana, 2 boys who miraculously survived a horrible accident 6 months ago. Michiru, possessing this rare ability to see these rings, knows that they warn of impending death. Thinking that perhaps she can do something to save her classmates' lives, she approaches them. But it seems the boys have already made a different kind of deal and garnered themselves a very heavy debt. And it's geared for older teens. I mean, who knows, maybe they made some kind of deal with the devil. I don't really know. But this next book I saw on a BookTube channel's name, I don't remember because I'm kind of new to that channel. I've recently subscribed. If I can find it, I will put the link down below. But this person does like strictly manga. And it is just called MW, and it's by Osamu Tezuka. Okay, I looked it up on Goodreads, and the synopsis for this says, a secret U.S. chemical weapon called MW accidentally leaks and wipes out the population of a southern Japanese island. Though Michio Yuki survives, he emerges from the ordeal without a trace of conscience. Some kind of weird chemical weapon changes people in very bizarre ways, so it should be intriguing. And again, it's a little different type of artwork than I'm used to, but should be kind of interesting. And the next manga I have for you is actually a box set of 2 hardcover volumes. And this is it was originally a cartoon. Well, it started out as a manga, then it became a cartoon in the U.S. But I saw it serialized like back in the 70s. Grew up watching the show, loved it. It was my go-to comic or cartoon. And it is Speed Racer, also known as Mach Go Go Go. And this is the complete original manga. It's by Tatsuo Yoshida. I tried getting this through Amazon, and they were out of it. I tracked it down at the book depository, and it was actually cheaper getting it from there, ordered in the UK, and shipped here because there's free shipping than it would have been if I ordered it here and had it shipped from Amazon and would have had to pay for that shipping. So that was bizarre, but they didn't have it anyway. I located it at the book depository, and I think it's probably the one of the few places you can get it. But it's this beautiful box set. There's the Mach 5 Speed's car, and I like the inside of it. And this was actually taped to the, not taped, but it was underneath the plastic in the back. And it just says it's now in the U.S. for the first time in its complete form. DMP is proud to present Tatsuo Yoshida's masterwork, painstakingly restored and collected into this hardcover 2-volume set in celebration of Speed Racer's 40th anniversary. This has been out for a bit now. Speed Racer Mach Go 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 introduces these beloved characters and stories to fans old and new. Included in this Platinum edition is a special introduction by the voice of Speed Racer, Peter Fernandez. And whether this is your first trip around the course or a nostalgic return lap, the exciting adventures in this collection are sure to bring out that familiar cheer. Go Speed Racer Go. The theme song is coming through my head right now. But I love the show. Like I said, it was just full of excitement, action, just everything. Kind of a little bit of James Bond kind of stuff thrown in, and intrigue and mystery. A mysterious character by the name of Racer X, and who seems to come to Speed's help quite often. There is Speed Racer. Just has a super cool look to the character. That's his father, Pops. Then here is his younger brother, Spritle. and his pet monkey Chim Chim. Absolutely, like I said, love this series, and I'm so happy to find this. This is in a Japanese manga format, so it's going to read right to left. Let's see if there's anything under the cover. Oh, under the cover is pretty cool, too. That's the Mach 5 on the back. I always just thought that was the coolest looking car when I was a kid. And let's see what the rest looks like. And that's the inside of the book. And let's flip through a couple of pages here. Lots of racing and action scenes. It just had a really unique look to the cartoon. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to reading this and kind of just reliving my childhood, you might say. And this is book 2. And that's Racer X's car. Let's see what's under the cover here. Pretty much kind of the same thing. But I don't know if any of you guys are old enough to know what the show is. Let me know. I'm just curious, or if you've even heard of it. But yeah, this is going to be a trip down memory lane. This is just so cool. Just lots of fun. The manga just has, it looks just like I remember the cartoon on TV. So anyway, that is my June book haul. I really need to stop buying books and work on this TBR. I hope to get through a lot of like the mangas and stuff, and some of the middle grade books and things like I have for the upcoming BookTubeathon. It depends on what some of the goals are that they set, and if not, I might just say the heck with the goals, and this is just what I'm reading, because the goal is really to read as much as you can during that week, so we'll see. But maybe I can knock out some numbers off my TBR. But if you've read any of these, let me know what you thought of them. If you think they sound intriguing, that you might pick them up, let me know. And that's all I have for you today, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.